Let's take a look. Woo! Oh, she's purty. Look at that bird. That is a good looking Thanksgiving dinner. What a presentation. I hate to do this to a bite of turkey, but I'm gonna take off a little portion right here. All right, look at this. Look at that moisture coming out of that. I hope you can see that on camera. My goodness, that is delicious. Best Thanksgiving turkey your family's gonna have. Fully 100% carnivore. Let's go. All right, today we are doing Thanksgiving turkey carnivore, 100% carnivore. We're gonna have the turkey, we're gonna have salt, we're gonna have smoke. That's it. We're gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna show you how to make it perfect every time. I have 8 cups of water here. I'm using a little bit more because I've got a large pot that I'm gonna be putting my turkey in. You'll see in a moment. We're gonna use 1 cup of salt. Yes, that's my daughter's 1 cup. I couldn't find the other one. It's a little Santa Claus one. I don't care. We're gonna put 1 cup of salt, and I'm using warm water because we want the salt to dissolve. About that much. And I don't usually measure, so hey, we're gonna add a little more. That's okay. I'm gonna take this and, I'm gonna try to get this salt incorporated as much as possible. Just make sure all that salt dissolves in the water, just like that. And we should be good. All right. I got this turkey as a great deal. It was about 89 cents a pound. You can get them cheaper than that if you find the right deals. And all I'm gonna do is just open this sucker up. Now, it's important to have your turkey mostly thawed out. Obviously, when you're smoking a turkey, you don't want it too frozen. I started thawing this a little earlier today, so he's probably not gonna be completely thawed out yet. So that's one of the things I'm gonna have to check, and he's definitely not. Okay, a little more thawing was needed. That's what I've done. I put it in this pot right here, put the turkey in there, made sure I put some water on it. I'm gonna pull this out now. I'm gonna throw the rest of this water out for now because we're gonna use our brine. All right, this is my turkey. It's good and thawed out now. You don't have to ask ChatGPT how to take apart a turkey here.
So I found the neck, which I think was in the butt. Well, isn't there like a bag of gizzards or something too I got to pull out of this son of a gun?
Carry man. Inside the cavity, you're gonna find, that's the neck. You can save that. It's good for your meat stock later on. You've also got a couple of other things in here. In the other side of the cavity, which is on this side, usually you're gonna find your bag of giblets. There it is, I found it, I pushed it through. Here we are right here. Remove those, take those out. Again, great for stock, you can use that later on. And this might be the most useless piece of plastic ever designed. I don't even know what this is for. You don't need this at all, throw that out. That's silly. That thing, if you cook that to where it pops out, your turkey's gonna be way overdone. Don't go by that. All right, this guy right here has got a little piece of the end meat off. I usually take that off too, just because I don't like the look of it flapping around. And then there's a plastic piece right here. Sometimes it takes a little tug to get it out, pull that out, but that's it. That's all the prep I'm gonna do. A little bit of extra here, just take off. I'll save all of that later. This guy's gonna go back inside the pot. You can see I'm not trimming anything yet. I'll show you how to spatchcock it tomorrow after it's brined. I got this guy, I'm putting this breast down. For those who don't know, this is where the head, breast, wings are gonna be on the top. So I'm gonna put this guy upside down, feet up, inside a pot. Now, I've got my brine that we actually created with salt and water only. For carnivore, all you need is salt and water. Give it a good stir. Most of this is already dissolved. I actually dipped my finger in it, tasted it. It's really salty, which is what you want. And then I'm gonna pour this right over the turkey. And we're gonna leave this we're gonna leave this overnight. If it doesn't fill it up all the way, that's okay. We do want this to be covered, so that's okay. Just add a little bit more water. So I'm gonna add a little more water. Okay, now, important that this is filled up all the way. You wanna make sure the turkey is completely submerged so it can brine really good. That's it. Into the fridge it goes, 12 hours overnight, and we're gonna smoke this tomorrow. A little more. Okay, it's been about 12 hours. We have brined this turkey overnight in the refrigerator. I'm gonna pull this guy out of the pot. Remember, this was only salt and water. Very simple. Throw it on my cutting board. And we are going to spatchcock this turkey. What does spatchcocking mean? Well, since I'm gonna be smoking it, I wanna basically cut the backbone out so I can lay it flat, put it in the smoker, smokes more evenly, gets done probably faster than if you were to do it whole like this. And I just like the result. Plus, it's really nice for presentation. So get yourself a good set of kitchen shears. You should have some already. If you don't, it's a good investment. Anytime you're cutting up chickens or anything like that. Turkey may be a little harder, so a good set of shears is excellent. But you're just gonna take basically right down the back spine. You can feel the spine bone coming down this, but basically you're gonna be about that far apart, and you can feel it. There's one bone that's a little tougher in there, but to just go in a straight line all the way down. There's a little bit of extra loose skin. You can trim that off too. This is why having some good kitchen shears are definitely come in handy. I'll put the link in the description for these ones I've got. I got these, I believe, off Amazon, and honestly, they're terrific. But here's the next key part. One, save that backbone. That guy will go in our stock as well when we do our bone broth. Then what you want to do is you want to flip that bird over. I like to spread it out a little bit. Super frustrated, not sure exactly what happened there, but I just went to go check, turn off the recording, and looks like it cut off. So you didn't get to see me doing the CPR on the turkey. So I want to walk through that again, unfortunately. So I cut the backbone out, I flipped it open, it looks like that's where the video cut out. What you want to do is you want to put, just like you were giving it CPR, I spread the bones out just a little bit on here and you put good pressure down on there. You'll hear it, and boy, it sounded great when it popped, but unfortunately I missed it on the camera. So just push it down, put some weight on it, and that'll help spread that out. Then what I did is I took each wing, which is normally out here like this, and I folded it up underneath just from a presentation standpoint, and you can see how beautiful that bird looks. That's how we're gonna put it on the smoker. We're not doing anything else to it. We're not rubbing anything on it. If you weren't fully carnivore, this is where you could put some additional seasonings on it. You could put all sorts of butter up underneath the skin. I'm letting the salt and the smoke speak for itself. And I guarantee you, because we brined it for over 12 hours, that salt is penetrated through the meat. It's gonna taste salty and delicious. You'll taste it in the center of that breast. You'll taste the salt. And I think it's gonna be amazing. So I'm gonna go fire up the smoker. Here we go. It's a rainy day today, unfortunately, but that's all right. It still smokes. I'm gonna move this guy up. We're gonna go 225. You know what? I'm gonna go 250 today. Let's go 250. You could go 225, but that tends to, the longer the smoke, let's hold this down to ignite it. There we go. Make sure I got plenty of wood chips. Yep. All right, so 250 it's gonna go up to. Yeah, so what I was saying, the longer the smoke, the rubbery the skin tends to get. So I like to go a little faster, 250 or 275, depending on how much time you have. I'm planning on this being ready by about 5 when my wife and daughter get home. So we're gonna go about, I'm guessing this will take about between 2 and 3 hours, but we're gonna go 250. Let's say I'm gonna start checking the temperature on the probe around the 2 hour mark. Let's see where we're at. We're going to 155, not 165. I'll tell you about that in a minute. Don't go to 165 if you want a moist turkey. Little tip. I'll tell you more about that in a minute. Okay, and just because I know we're gonna have folks asking, this is the type of wood pellets I use for my Traeger. It's a gourmet blend. I get this from Costco. This whole bag, it's I believe a 33-pound bag. Yeah, 33-pound bag for under 20 bucks. I love this one. It just tastes great with everything. It's a little bit of the maple, hickory, and cherry is what's in that blend right there. So if you're looking for the same one I use and this works, it's great on almost anything. You can't really go wrong with this one. Beautiful, beautiful wood. Okay, hard to do this with just a one-man camera crew here, but there's what she looks like. That's exactly how she's gonna smoke up. Now I'm gonna stick a probe right down into the middle of the thickest part of the breast there. That's what I'm gonna use to gauge my temperature. I'm setting this target rate for 155. That's where I want it, because then we're gonna let it rest for a good long time. It's gonna continue to cook. I'll show you that in a minute. I'm expecting 2 to 3 hours. Put this baby to rest. Night night. Okay, let's see, about 131 degrees. I have not even peeked at that. Oh my word, look at that beautiful bird. Not done yet, but I'm gonna baste it with a little bit of melted butter. So I've got some butter, we're gonna baste it, get that skin a little bit crispier. All right, we are at 156 degrees. I'm ready to get this off. Let's take a look. Woo! Oh, she's purty. Look at that bird. That is a good looking Thanksgiving dinner. What a presentation. I'm pulling this out. And I'm gonna pull this off. We're gonna let it rest for a good solid 20 minutes. At least, minimum 20 minutes. Look at that, Kendall. Woo, yum. Minimum 20 minutes, up to an hour. Tent it with some foil, put some foil over top of it, keep the heat in. This is gonna be ready to serve here momentarily. One of the things I love to work with when barbecuing is these cotton gloves and the Nylex rubber gloves you put on top. Great heat barrier, so I can touch hot meat, I can play with it, things, I don't feel it at all. Very insulated, but also nice and tight so you can really work with it instead of those big thick gloves. Got some foil, tent it. I'm not gonna completely close it because I wanna just let this, I'm not gonna completely close it because I wanna let this rest for about 20 minutes. If I was doing it for longer, I'd wanna keep more heat in. So I would probably put it in a container, cover it, make sure it's good and tight. But we're gonna be carving this up in about 20 minutes. Can't wait any longer. Let's do this. I have an electric knife just because that's what I've used for a long time to carve turkeys and I enjoy it. But let me just show you. This right here will probably just, yep, sure enough, just pull away right here at the joints. I don't even have to cut it. It's just, oh, look at the juices rolling out. Let's show that, you know. Look at the juices coming out of that thing. That is money. Money. All right. I'm just gonna take a little bit off the breast. We're gonna show you. And if you haven't carved a turkey before, that's gonna be another video. But I'm gonna get in here, just take a little bit off because we wanna try this. We got the turkey breast out. You can show me a little. This is the turkey breast. Got that. Can you just zoom in, Kendall? Look at the moisture on this thing. Just wait until I cut this open. So I'm actually gonna do another, just right in the middle. I'm gonna come down, but I want you to see how moist and tender this is. Juicy, juicy, juicy. I hope you can get that on the camera. Probably not. For those who are concerned about pink, it's fully cooked. That is a smoke ring. Okay, when you smoke it in the smoker, you get a smoke ring. You ready to try this? Remember, this was only salt brine in water and salt. Didn't put any other seasoning on it. The only other thing I did was baste it a little bit in butter. That's it. Full carnivore. Seriously, Kendall. Sample and try that. Hopefully it's not too hot. I was using the gloves.
A little hot.
Wow. It's so good, isn't it? It's so moist, so delicious. Let me show you. I want to see if I can show you how. I hate to do this to a bite of turkey, but I'm gonna take off a little portion right here. All right, look at this. Look at that moisture coming out of that. I hope you can see that on camera. My goodness, that is delicious. Best Thanksgiving turkey your family's gonna have. Fully 100% carnivore. Let's go.
Yeah.